band played on. Hi, Dean Jenkins with FollowMeTrades.com, and this is the market update for the week coming up of June 12th, 2017. And I open with that statement, the band played on. It's a reference to a movie in the 80s documenting the growing body of evidence about the HIV epidemic and the pretty much indifference by governments to recognize it and do anything about it. And it's probably apropos for the market today as the market continues to head up. We got a bull market. We put in new intraday highs on the S&P 500. You can see on the daily chart I'm showing here. And so the bull market continues. And despite the, growing global concerns and just uncertainty, the band plays on. The market continues up, and as long as it continues up, we'll trade the realities of that. But if you just step back and look, we got major political leaders, the ex-director of the CIA and the president calling each other liars. We've got terror attacks at a growing pace in the UK, and now potentially a changed leadership. North Korea testing missiles. There's a lot going on, and the band plays on. The market continues up. And maybe the fundamentals support that, maybe they don't. It depends on your viewpoint. But there it goes, and that's the reality. So we'll trade that reality, but we will keep a wary eye out for signs of a correction. And we've been in a bull market for 8 years. It's still going up, but it will correct someday. So we'll trade according to those realities. We're long several positions, but we're also watching really closely, and we're ready. If the market does decide to turn out, it could do so dramatically. There could be some triggering event. We don't know what it will be yet, but there could be some triggering event that will start the normal, healthy, expected correction. History tells us that is probably going to happen. I just switched to a weekly chart. You can see 8 years straight up. But in the past, we've had corrections. Last one in 2008, and here we are in 2017 putting in new highs. So that's the reality. We'll trade it, and that's what we're facing. The big news coming out this week will be the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, the 14th, and maybe we'll get some news that will cause a market to continue on, the band to play on, or maybe we'll get a little reset. We'll see, and we'll trade accordingly. Let's take a look at gold and oil as always. So here's the gold futures on a daily chart. I've continued to be bullish on gold, and we did fail putting in a new high here. We've been looking at higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, looking for a new high. So is this a minor pullback or a complete turnaround? This week will probably tell us, and the Fed announcement could have a big part in that. That information could come into the market and cause a movement either way. But so far it failed to put in a new high. It's pulled back just a little bit, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But so far the signs are pretty bullish, so let's keep watching. Here's crude oil futures on a daily chart, and I am bearish. We got a nice series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Looks like it's heading to new lows. We had a pretty good pullback last week. We caught a nice trade in that. We made some profit on this move last week. It's up just a few ticks, but let's see. The technicals are showing pretty high probability of new lows on oil. Well, that's it. The S&P continues up, putting in new highs. We're watching it carefully. Gold is still bullish, but hesitating, and oil still bearish, but hesitating. So a lot of uncertainty. I think it seems like the market is waiting for new information. Could be again on Wednesday, the Fed making their latest announcement on their look on the economy and their moves vis-a-vis interest rates. So prior to that, not much information. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, there's a ton of economic data coming out, and then the Fed announcement, and then Thursday, Friday, there's a bunch of reports too. So early in the week, it could be just a little bit of sideways movement, and then later in the week, some real volatility. So we've got a free live trading room. We'll be monitoring the market reaction to the Fed news. You're invited to that. You should get an email to that. inviting you to register and sit in on that. So that's what we're doing. We're watching carefully, and we'll see how it goes. And meanwhile, band plays on. All right, we'll catch you on the next update. As always, send your questions, your comments, leave them here on the blog page. I try to answer and respond to every question, comment that I get. I appreciate it. Thanks. We'll catch you next time. All right.